Let me take you back to the day everything snapped. I wasn't suspicious. I wasn't paranoid. I wasn't digging through his things. The truth literally walked up to me, a message from the girl he cheated with. Screenshots. Receipts. Everything. My hands shook so hard I could barely hold the phone. You know that feeling when your stomach drops so fast you feel like you're falling, even though you're sitting completely still?
Yeah, that.
When I confronted him, he did the one thing that sealed his fate forever. He denied it. Not just denied it, he acted offended. He acted like I was overreacting. Like I was misunderstanding. Like the literal screenshots were somehow lying to me. That moment, the gaslighting, the arrogance, that's what broke something inside me. And when he realized he couldn't lie his way out, he switched immediately into pathetic apology mode.
Crying. Begging.
Swearing it meant nothing. Promising he'd do anything. And that's when I made my decision. Most people either leave or stay and forgive. But me? I stayed. And I started planning. I sat down with my budget, my savings, my timeline. It would take exactly 8 months to save enough to move out, start fresh, and never look back. So for the next 8 months, he would live with me. But not peacefully. Not happily. Not comfortably. No, he was going to feel what disrespect tastes like, one bite at a time. Let's start with the small things. The things he could blame on bad luck or memory lapses. I started hiding his stuff. Keys, wallet, headphones, socks. Nothing major at first. Just enough to make him late. Enough to make him frantic. Enough to make him doubt himself. Then I began canceling his appointments. Dentist?
Gone.
Haircut?
Gone.
Important meeting? Somehow his calendar notification never went off. He'd get these passive-aggressive texts from people saying he no-showed again. He'd swear he never got confirmations. I'd sit beside him and act just as confused. Next, I started opening his parcels before he saw them. Sometimes I'd accidentally damage something. Sometimes I'd just hide whatever was inside for a week, so he'd think it never arrived. A few weeks in, I escalated. I started stealing cash from his wallet. Never enough to be obvious, just enough that he'd start questioning his memory again. Did I buy something? Did I go out? Did I lose it? And every time he'd ask, I'd look him right in the eyes and say gently, "Babe, you've been really stressed lately. Maybe try slowing down." Watching him question his own stability was satisfying. Then, one of my personal favorites, dipping his toothbrush in the toilet bowl. Not every day. Not enough to get caught. Just when the mood struck. Next came the food sabotage. Burning his dinner by accident. Cooking meals I knew he hated and acting surprised he didn't like them. "Oh, but you liked this last time."
He didn't.
I remembered. That was the point. And then came the real psychological bombs. One day, I told his parents the truth. Not the gentle, watered-down version. The full "your son cheated on me and then lied to my face about it" truth. He found out because they confronted him. He stormed into the house, face red, trying to blame me for embarrassing him. I cried. Beautiful, heartbreaking tears. And you know what he did? He apologized. Again. But now his own parents looked at him differently. Another time, right before one of his best friend's weddings, a huge event he was excited for, I suddenly broke down about the affair. I timed it perfectly. Right as we were supposed to leave, I curled up on the sofa and whispered, I don't know why you did it." He missed half the wedding consoling me. His friend wasn't happy. And I looked fantastic for trying so hard to push through the pain. On nights out, I'd suddenly demand to go home early. Didn't matter if he just bought drinks or was in the middle of a conversation. My emotions always came first. I even forgot his birthday.
Completely.
And he didn't have the heart to confront me because, well, cheating guilt. Then there were the constant annoyances. Picking shows I knew he'd hate. Bringing up his cheating in front of my parents during a nice dinner. Waking him up in the middle of the night to talk when he was exhausted. Refusing to pay for anything because you hurt me. Letting his uniform sit in the washer until it smelled damp. Pretending I forgot to wash it at all.
Every day, something.
Sometimes small, sometimes huge. Then came the slow, steady erosion of his confidence. The tiny comments, the subtle jabs, the innocent comparisons. You've been off lately. Are you feeling okay? You don't seem like yourself. I used to admire how stable you were. I could see it eating at him. He started apologizing more, started trying harder, started walking on eggshells, terrified of upsetting me. And then the piece de resistance. I became over-friendly with his friends. Not flirting, just enough to make him uncomfortable. Laughing too loudly at their jokes. Touching their arms during stories in that casual, social way that isn't technically wrong, but feels wrong when it's your girlfriend. He could never accuse me without sounding insecure. And every time he gave me a look, I'd raise an eyebrow like,
What?
am I not allowed to talk to people? Karma, served at room temperature.
Every
Single
day.
Now here's the beautiful part. Through all of this, he thought we were healing. He thought we were working through it. He thought I was just struggling emotionally after his betrayal. He had absolutely no idea he was living inside the consequences of his own actions. And now, 8 months later, the countdown hit 0. I saved up enough. I found a new place. I furnished it. The lease starts next week. And how am I leaving? While he's at work. No conversation. No warning. Nothing. Just an empty closet, an empty drawer, and the ghost of the woman he underestimated. He's going to walk into the apartment thinking it's just another day in his unraveling life, and find everything gone. Every trace of me. Every sign of the relationship he took for granted. Every ounce of stability he thought he still had. And I won't be there to explain, or justify, or comfort. I'll be gone. Just like he should have been the day he decided to cheat. No regrets. Highly recommend.